Hey, good afternoon, everybody. KB5 MIQ Big Boy. Got one or two subjects we're going to talk about briefly here this evening. I also got some video going to be clipped behind this before you get to the upcoming ham events, showing me doing some tune up on this old tube radio and a little audio clip Jeff sent me from a QSO this morning we had on it. Radio's working good. I like it. It's an old radio. A lot of people may wonder why you got all these modern stuff here that you can use. Why use a tube radio? Well, it's just part of ham radio. And some of these, like this, would have been a good economical way for somebody to get on HF. But that's beside, we've talked about that a good bit. So the main thing I want to give you a tip on, when you get any radio, any equipment you buy, put the manual in a binder. This radio, Kent downloaded me a manual. Right there. I keep it by the radio when I'm operating it because I'm not used to operating the tube radio yet. And some of y'all may see some mistakes I may have made, and feel free to comment on there. I'm still learning it. Still a few quirks about it I'm trying to figure out. But all in all, I like the radio. It's got a good audio, and I've made some DX contacts with it. I checked into a 40-meter net with N5 MRG today, and worked the 10-meter hammerheads with it the other night. So seems to be working great. I've really got a good deal on it. Yes, don't forget, this Saturday night we're going to draw for this practical antenna handbook, nice clean hard copy edition, and that Motorola VHF NMO mount mobile antenna. Contest sponsored by MRG Labs. Dan Majors, you'll see his info at the beginning of this. If you have any radio issues, check with him. Maybe he can get you fixed up. Appreciate you sponsoring that, Dan. Guys, I got one little subject we're going to touch on tonight. We've kind of touched on this before, but I feel like this guy made a good point on it. Bear with me a second. Let me get it pulled up here. All right, talking about contests. I have no interest, and given my QTH 100-watt simple wire antenna, I would never rank. Was it poor form to answer a few calls to pass 20 minutes to get a few DXCC in my logbook, even though I have no intention of submitting my logs? Will it help the chaser with his entry, or am I wasting his time? Okay, 5'9", my number 3, etc. Okay, got a lot of good responses here on that. Here's my viewpoint on that. I'm not a contester. I told y'all that before. I've never been a contester, although I have made some DX contacts and made a few countries by checking in with contests. Here, last several years, if the bands open up on a contest weekend, and for some reason 10 meters is always open on the contest weekend, I usually just go to 17, or here lately I get on FT8. But getting back to logs, if you work somebody in a contest and you use Logbook of the World, put them in it. Go ahead, put the contact in Logbook of the World, because that'll help them when it comes time to get their awards, because they'll upload their logs, and that's one of the ways they check on it. That's really, like I said before, if it hadn't been for Scott Suburban DX, and I wouldn't be on Logbook of the World. Now, since I've got it going, I put every contact in Logbook of the World. Every contact goes into QRZ. Still maintain a paper log, but I don't put FT8 in my paper log anymore. It's kind of redundant because I got FT8 and QRZ, and manually input my phone contacts into both of them, Logbook of the World and QRZ, and FT8 automatically uploads to Logbook of the World. So yeah, log the contacts, and if you use Logbook of the World, submit it in there, and that'll help them with the contest. Just good courtesy, ham radio courtesy to do that. Guys, I've got a lot of event slides and info on here. I've had a couple more added. There's one in Nacogdoches. It's coming up here pretty quick, and then Ham Expo in Dallas. I've got a slide on that. I would love to go to that one, but I think I got grandkids' birthday party that weekend, so that's going to take priority on it. Guys, we're at 1,865, 66 subscribers. We hit 2,000. We're going to do another giveaway. We'll draw for this giveaway Saturday night. We'll tag the operating video in here, the 101E, and then all that. The slides will follow with all the Hamfest info. Got any suggestions on this old single sideband rig? Leave me some comments. Appreciate everybody subscribed to the channel. Y'all remember Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas. They've got all kinds of things going on. We get on their email list. You can get on, keep abreast of any of his coupon codes. And I got to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, Broken Circuit Ranch. Kent taught me into buying this radio. There's something else he taught me into buying that's kind of not ham radio related, but it is. And if you get a chance to these ham fests, you see all kinds of office equipment besides radios. Kent found me a Hewlett Packard LaserJet printer that had a brand new toner cartridge in it that had all the cabling with it, except it wasn't Wi-Fi capable. I give $20 for it. If you can get access to that kind of printer, it will increase your manual printing off 100%. I can print a manual now in 5 minutes versus 45 minutes with an inkjet. Just something to think about. Kent, appreciate all your support, buddy. It's KB5 MIQ 73. All right, guys, we're gonna try to talk y'all through tuning this thing up. All right, you notice the controls here. You've got your lower upper sideband mode tune. We'll be using that more in a minute. CW and AM. Push to talk, Vox, or Mox. Mox is used in the tuning of it. I've got the heaters on. Right over here, you have to pre-select. There's 10 meters. The plate should be an area for 10 meters. The loading in your manual shows suggested loading points, and 4.5 is the loading point for 10 meters. The mic gain is right here, and this carrier adjustment plays into the 10 meter, into the tuning of it also. Here's your band adjustments. You've got multiple ports for 10 meters because the band is so wide, but the rest of them just got one, 15, 20, 40, 80, 160, WWV, and auxiliary position, which a lot of these had 11 meters in them. Standard clarifier controls, you have to turn that on. And see, there's a clarifier and a level. I got to remember what that is. But noise blanker, RF attenuator, this position, current, power out, ALC for your meter. This switch here, this shows on internal VFO, receive external. So if you're going to work split, see the VFO light come on the auxiliary VFO. Transmit external. Let's see, external VFO, and now it's well, right now we're going to just deal with it on channel 1. I'm on interior instead of channel 1. All right, let me get the book ready. Right here, transmitter tune-up, FT101 gives you all the carrier control position, band loading position. 10A, all the 10 meters should be on 4. I had it on 4.5. Let me get it back down here on 4. All right. And you might have to do some variations. Let me get this set up. We'll talk y'all through this. All right, guys, we're going to try this again. I'm still rusty at this, so I may not get this exactly right, but it has been working. So front off the bat, we're going to adjust the pre-select for maximum noise level. I'm going to say that's about right there. Okay. We're going to rotate the carrier. To about 0.6. I'm going to say it's right in there. All right. We're on current, so we're going to adjust pre-select for maximum meter reading. All right. Now we're going to adjust the plate. For the dip. All right. Now we're going to do final tuning, full power. And we're going to use pre-select control. Max power. We're going to use the loading. Now we're going to go to plate. Let's see how that's going to work. All right, KB5 MIQ. KB5 MIQ. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, CQ 10 meters. KB5 MIQ calling CQ 10 meters.